Greetings and welcome to another video edition of the STL Soccer Talk podcast. I'm Tom Timmerman.
I'm Beth O'Malley.
As you might have guessed, as it probably said somewhere on the screen or on the captions beneath this when you clicked on it. Anyway, part of my goal every week is to get Beth to laugh, so I quickly worked to cut that out of the way.
He succeeded on that one. But after a break, not only for the podcast and this video, but in the MLS play, St. Louis City SC is preparing for a game on Sunday against Austin.
Which is just like the season began way back in February. They started the season against Austin. And just as before they played Austin the first time, they had a preseason game with Atlanta. The team went to Atlanta over the weekend and had a scrimmage with Atlanta United to get ready for the return. So we'll see if history repeats itself. City tied Atlanta 3-3 in a scrimmage down there. It was a 120-minute scrimmage because they wanted to make sure everybody got playing time.
Right.
And one of the things to see is actually who actually is playing when they come back. Joachim Nielsen is really close to being back. He's played in City 2 games. He did not go to Atlanta for the scrimmage. They're still being very cautious with his knee. They don't want to rush things. But it's possible that he gets some time on Sunday, but we'll see. Practice doesn't start this week until Wednesday, so we won't know until later in the week how much he's doing or if they're still being cautious with his knee. But he could see the first playing time of the season with the first team. If not this week, then very soon and in the second week.
And what about Klaus?
Klaus could start training with City SC partially this week. He does a lot of running, he does a lot of straight line work, but he's got to start getting the lateral movement into his game. And they did Friday is picture day for Klaus, and so that's when they do the scan to see how his quad is and if he's ready to go. If last Friday's picture is positive and he feels he's ready to do it, he will be partially in practice maybe on Wednesday when they start. He probably would be avoiding contact drills right away, but would be doing other things with the team, because up to now he's just been running. And I think if you put together all the miles he's run, he might well be in Brazil by now. He could be back home, in Ipanema Beach or something right now. He's put in a lot of running, but now he's about time to put it into games. And then we'll see how long it takes for him to get back. And on the new player front, Nuki Thoresen, the Icelandic player, is in town, and he should be practicing with the team this week. They've got to figure out how quickly he can go, what his status is, because he really hasn't played since the Belgian season ended in May. So that's something we'll find out this week as well. Meanwhile, there's other soccer going on, and if you listen to the podcast, you can hear a lengthy discussion about the U.S. women's team and the Women's World Cup. And unlike now, you don't get to see the look of dejection on Beth's face on the podcast when it comes to the early demise of the U.S. women's team.
Well, I mean, I guess
they were eliminated.
They were eliminated. It is. It just seems like such a final word.
Well, they're not going to win the 2023 Women's World Cup. That is definitive. That is fine. They are not going to win it, and they are not even going to come in second or third or fourth. They're going to be one of those 9 through 16 teams, the great unwashed masses.
A historically early exit for the women, and as Tom said, you can hear more about that on the podcast. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on the podcast.
That's right. We'll be back. Take care. Bye-bye.